And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of this Sunday doubleheader at the Graveyard. The Nunawading Spectres taking on the Melbourne Tigers men in rivalry round for NBL1. I'm again joined by Damien. After the women's game, what can we expect from today's game, mate?
Look, we've got an absolute cracker coming up here. We've got Nunawading Spectres sitting 9-3 in second place. Well, they're hosting Melbourne Tigers 8-4 in fourth place. We have a top four clash here, and it hasn't even been billed as game of the week, but in many ways, this is the game of the week.
Absolutely.
Both from a position on the table point of view and some of the talent being rolled out tonight, this afternoon. But of course, there are some missing pieces for Spectres today.
Yes, unfortunately, 3-on-3's reared its head again. Tom Wright and Andrew Steele and Coach B were all over for the World Cup.
In Amsterdam, of course.
Having a great time over there, no doubt. And Lucas Walker over in the States.
On holidays, apparently.
Wow. Better for some than others. But, but yeah, so Nunawading a little bit undermanned today, but still the old firm of Conan McDonald, Swatala. Jesse Caspers makes his first appearance for the season, I believe. And with the addition of Ben Eyre and the season that Kostas Chronopoulos is having, they'll still be deep enough to put a good performance in.
And of course, you look across to the Tigers. They've been led by Nick Pozzoglu, averaging almost 22 points a game. He's been phenomenal. And then you throw in Dane Pinot, who's leading the league in rebounds with 15.3 a game. That's huge.
Absolutely. It's those long arms of his.
And of course,
great job.
You go through the Tigers lineup with names. You've got some well-known names when it comes to Melbourne basketball. Pinot and Purchase. Of course, Jack Purchase has joined the team this year after graduating from the University of Hawaii.
Yep.
4-year career there. It brings very much a stretch forward game. Big fella, able to hit the three-pointer. Of course, his godfather being Andrew Gase. Bit of a pedigree there when it comes to shooting.
Not a bad Sunday lunch.
We talk about rivalries, though. Spectres, Tigers goes way back.
Yes. And Ben Eyre getting his first start for the Spectres tonight. Another one going a little bit smaller with Chronopoulos, McDonald and Eyre. And then Con and Swatala. And we're away, and Chronopoulos straight away, as he always does, going for the loose ball, gets it off the leg of the Tigers and comes away with it. Do that all day, Chronopoulos.
So Wells, Luxford, Pinot.
And they go straight inside to Con against Pinot. That'll be a good matchup tonight. Nice move by Simon Con to start.
Just allowing Con to get too deep into the paint.
A good young player, Dane Pinot, but I have it on good authority that Simon Con is as strong as an ox and will move any player he needs to move.
Pinot tried to return the favour at the other end and was unsuccessful.
I think the Nunawading team they draw straws at training to see who has to guard him, and strangely enough, it's always one of the bench guys.
Those left carrying the drinks.
Mismatch down low. Ben Eyre guarding Pinot, and they make the three to start. Vatala with three.
Not a bad way to open your account.
Nunawading, lovely backdoor pass by Swatala, and Chronopoulos draws the foul.
That was a heavy foul too, got a real big hit.
Nunawading will have to be mindful on the defensive end. There was a switch down there, and Pinot was matched up against Eyre. Eyre giving up about 10 inches, I reckon, on Pinot there.
And Pinot picks up foul number 1. Making Chronopoulos earn it from the line. Again, talk about Steele and Wright missing. And Walker gives opportunities for others to step up.
Absolutely it does, yeah, absolutely.
Wells.
Strong rebound by Con. Out to McDonald. The old pick and pop. Con from mid-range. Gets it to go again.
And that's Simon Con's layup. He's only been doing it for the best part of what? How many years?
Nunawading, I think he's coming up on year 9 or 10 with the Spectres. And of course he was at Sandringham and Dandenong before that. So I'd say probably a good 15 or 16 years in the league.
How many more years has he got left in those legs?
Well, we had a chat to him. He reckons at least 2. So, loose ball, good hands by Pino there. Yeah, he reckons he's got 2 more in him. So, unfortunately for the rest of the teams out there, you've got to contest with him for a little bit longer.
So Vitala scores his second bucket.
Vitala working on Pozzoglu. Spins off the glass. Can't get it to go. And Hrenopoulos again with the loose ball. Takes it and looks for a long range. Bit short there.
He had more time. He probably pulled the
too
trigger.
much probably.
Perhaps. I was just going to say, probably could have taken a bit more time to settle and make sure of that one. Wells. He gets his first to go, and high octane start. Both teams shooting the ball exceptionally well. Straight back to Switala.
A little bit long on that occasion. Critical game for Nunawading here. They win. They cement a spot in the top 2 and build a bit of a gap on 3rd and 4th. They go down, and that gap closes right down to next to nothing.
Lovely handoff. Not sure what Simon Conn was complaining about there, but it was a lovely save by the Tigers to keep it alive. And a nice little dump inside to Pinot, who was fouled. But for all that effort, you still got to make your free throws.
Absolutely. We said it in the women's game. Short again. Hrenopoulos starting strong for Nunawading.
Wild pass, just
rains it in.
Now Pozzoglu.
Wells.
And that might be on Hrenopoulos coming over the back. No, it's on air. And that's going to be Hrenopoulos this time.
Melbourne doing a good job at keeping the ball alive and drawing another foul. Nunawading a little bit out of sorts defensively, not recognising the switch when it's called.
And Wells. So Wells on target early. He's now got 4 points. Vitala 5. They've got all 9 points.
McDonald flicks it back to Con, who makes it from the elbow.
Well, he's 2 from 2 for the Simon Conn layup. 1 from each side of the key.
We mentioned in the women's game about the scout. I think Melbourne would have said Simon Conn will score. Switala with a good rebound.
Pozzoglu gambled. So Michael Uxford picks up foul number 1.
Well, Pozzoglu, who's Melbourne's leading scorer and 4th in the league, hasn't put a shot up yet in the first 5 minutes. Up fake by Con, gets Pinot and makes it. Looked a little short, but got over the front edge. And
so the Spectres now have 10 points, 8 of them from Simon Con.
in for a big night, I feel. I'm calling it 40. And a nice follow-up jam by Pozzoglu.
May have even been basket interference by Swatala. May have got away with that, but Tigers still get the end result. This time, Con misses.
I think he was in half mind to go off the glass or just go for the basket.
Pozzoglu hands off into Pinot.
McDonald from deep, and that's good.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard, but you can't leave him that open.
No, don't give him that much space.
So tied up at 13. Pozzoglu off target, and Swatala sucks that one down.
Nunawading pushing it up fast. Hronopoulos, and the nice outlet by Swatala to Hronopoulos.
Hronopoulos just loves getting out in the open court,
does,
doesn't he?
He does. Anything he can throw his body at. Good switch by Air there. Oh, almost with Hronopoulos with the pinch. Again, Melbourne getting multiple opportunities from the offensive end. Can't get it to go this time.
And we're going to have some substitutions. Simon Con has already gone to sit down before the official substitution was made.
Big changes for Nunawading. Van Ryan, Saunders and Cook coming in. And Melbourne making a change as well, with Luxford and Vitala having a breather. Vitala going to work inside. Can't get it to go over Purchase.
He was just too strong with that.
He was, yes. He muscled him out of the way. Just needed softer hands off the glass. Nunawading being a little bit sloppy with their hands in here.
So Hickey's just checked in, draws a foul. So different look from both teams with those substitutions.
Purchase for 3. Again, multiple opportunities. Melbourne Tigers have already got 7 offensive boards. They've got an offensive board every minute of game played so far to Nunawading's 1. McDonald for 3 again. Can't get it to go this time, bit flat. Wells pushing the tempo.
So Pinot back to the line. He missed his last 2 free throws. Looking to make amends. So that's 3 straight missed free throws to Pinot. Finally breaks the duck. He's got 3 points.
Nunawading going inside to Swatala against Purchase. The strength on the spin and gets the foul.
Certainly got the strength advantage.
Yeah, that's the extra half a dozen or so pre-seasons in the gym. I hate to see how Pinot and Purchase look in 6 years after they've had their time as professional athletes. They'll be a dominant force in this league, I feel.
It was very short by
Very
Swatala.
short. Very short. Nunawading with a bit of three-point firepower out on the court at the moment with both Saunders and Van Ryn. Hopefully that'll stretch the floor on Melbourne. Van Ryn coming off a career best game up at Albury. 12 points in 12 minutes or 10 minutes. Oh, long range.
Nearly went in as well.
Someone's got to box out Pinot.
There's a reason why he's the league's leading rebounder.
Offensive board number 8 for the Tigers. They've got as many offensive boards as Nunawading has defensive. Hits Van Ryn in the corner. Can't get it to go. Cook with a good rebound there. Feeds Van Ryn inside. Goes up strong and makes the two. Good hustle there by John Cook and well recognised by Van Ryn on the cut.
Well, it's been Melbourne with most of the second chance opportunities, and Spectres
going to a 2-3 zone here. Bit of a matchup. No, they've moved out of it now. Well short by Hickey.
And the Tigers get another chance, but the shot clock's down to 2. It's going to have to fire Bazoglu.
Another O board by the Tigers. Coach Berg won't be too happy to look at that on the stat sheet.
And there's Jack Purchase doing what he does. The big man hitting from deep. It's a 1-point ball game. And McDonald goes left off glass. Just a fraction of a second between game and shot clock. The Tigers will be trying to get the last shot.
Tigers with 7 of their 17 points are second chance points.
Errant pass by Purchase.
And throws it away again. They get the last shot.
It's off target.
And Nunawading get away with it there.
Do indeed. It's
Frenetic.
It's a 3-point lead to the home team.
Frenetic quarter there, up and down. Difference so far, the rebound count, Melbourne 17, Nunawading just 11, with 10 offensive boards to the Melbourne Tigers.
It's certainly been a difference maker, but the Tigers haven't been able to take advantage of those opportunities. And it's been Simon Conn's quick 8 points in that opening term to help get the Spectres off and running. McDonald has 5 points, Chronopoulos 4. Well, for the Tigers, 5 for Vitala, 4 for Wells, and 3 for Pinot and Purchase, as we just saw before. But highly entertaining opening term. We saw a nice putback dunk by Bazoglu as well for the Tigers, but really, he hasn't seen much of it offensively yet for the Tigers.
Not at all, really, no.
Certainly someone they would like to get going. Coming into the game, averaging almost 22 points a game.
And none in the first quarter. So Nunawading will be happy to keep him off the score sheet, but Nunawading shooting 47% from the field compared to Melbourne's just 27%.
But Melbourne have had 26 shots overall, and Nunawading have had just 17.
The O boards.
And it is those second chance opportunities that are keeping Melbourne in this one early days, especially given how they're not exactly shooting very high at all.
And as we come back into the second quarter, Jesse Caspers steps onto the floor for the first time and Con comes back in. Jack Gandolfo also replacing Shane McDonald. So a bit of a younger and more experienced lineup for Nunawading.
Hang on, did you just say younger and more experienced?
It was Con and Caspers. Con and Caspers, there was a comma there. Con and Caspers are the experience. I was being nice and saying more experienced. Seasoned veterans to complement the youthfulness of
the youngster and the vet.
Saunders, Gandolfo and Van Ryn, yes. And Patrick Bynes comes, Patrick Bynes comes in for his first time tonight.
Another rising star. Perennial Victorian representative. Well, Saunders with a good defensive rebound.
Nunawading have again added to their three-point shooting capabilities with Gandolfo out there. Doesn't mind a long-range shot. Good drive by Purchase there. And 30 seconds in, Coach Berg wants to talk this through. Not happy with what he's seen.
Well, it was a turnover that sparked that transition. And, well, he wouldn't be happy with a turnover. He would be less happy with a transition D as well, finding Purchase on the break. And it's a one-point ball game in favour of the home team. We're not far away from a full house this afternoon here at
It's
the
not too
Graveyard.
bad. A few of them left after the women's game, but a few more came in for the men's.
But the stand we're in is nearly full.
Yeah, good support by the Tigers faithful here today.
So again, top of the table clash. Both top four teams. Spectres in second place. Tigers in fourth.
And play will resume with Nunawading having possession. Gandolfo gives it to Saunders. Kicks it to Van Ryan. Calling two. Looks like Saunders. They're going over on that screen there. Not letting Saunders get the catch and shoot. Gets it now.
High
And the
arc.
three's a bit short. We've got pretty low roofs here at Nunawading. We need to be careful not to catch the iron on the roof. Van Ryan having to work hard on Pino. Does well. Caspers bites on the... And Hickey gets up for a nice jam. Good athleticism by Hickey.
Well, that was set up by good ball movement. They got the swing, got it to the corner, the fake three-pointer. No one closed him out on the baseline, and he flushed it home. Puts Melbourne ahead by one.
Nunawading need a settler here. I think they need to go through Con, get him a two-pointer. Van Ryan pulls the three. Cannon gets it to go. Lovely shot by Van Ryan.
We talk about needing a steadier. Doesn't come much better than that.
Purchase comes straight back at Nunawading. Scores all tied up here, 23 apiece, 8 minutes left.
So Patrick Bynes will pick up his first personal. Sorry, his second personal.
Couple of quick ones.
Quick
no,
one.
just his first. Just his first.
Oh, there you go.
The old Nunawading scoreboard. Flicks up, then flicks back.
Got to fix that.
Just making sure you're in the game. Van Ryan again for three over the defense and gets it to go again. Well, when you're hot, you're hot.
Did the whole, I'm looking at the line, I'm behind the line, I'm behind the line, and goes bang. Height advantage. Could have probably
Good D.
could have shot over the top if he wanted to.
Good box out there by Air on Hickey, but Hickey keeping on fighting for it.
Hickey,
Air, Hickey,
everyone diving on the floor.
desperation from both sides here.
Much to the delight of the Melbourne bench. It's going to go back to the Tigers. Zoglu back into the game. Chips in for Purchase.
Van Ryan with a couple of tough matchups. First he has Pino, now he's got Pazoglu. Making him earn his money tonight. They're calling for the on-ball. Squares up, kicks it to Gandolfo, gives it to Caspers. Caspers can't get it to go. Talk needed from the Tigers there. Zoglu with the nice little floater there.
Well, he missed on the last possession. Must have been a sider because that looked very good. And the last thing the Spectres need right now is for him to get going.
Yeah, with the nice drive, draws the foul.
Air did a great job there of protecting the basketball, using his body well. A little bit unlucky he didn't get the layup to drop.
Bit of strength coming back into the roster for Nunawading. Renopoulos, McDonald and Swatala all joining. Back to our starting five for Nunawading. Hickey having a breather and Wells replaces him. And Air makes both of them. Nunawading holding a slight advantage, 28-25, 6 minutes 15 left in the second quarter. Con reads that one well. McDonald pushing the tempo, drops it through. Renopoulos steps through, loses his footing, wanted to throw it back to Con. Watala gets up and fouls. Can't launch into him with your back.
Well, Wells getting up the court. Kind of feel he was looking more for contact rather than finishing there.
Picks up Swatala's second foul. Nunawading can't afford to have the bigs get into foul trouble today.
Wells home the first, but with the kids, you teach your kids you don't play for the foul, you play to make the basket. The foul will come if you foul.
Yeah, absolutely.
And while he makes both, that was probably a missed opportunity for a three-point play there for the Tigers.
Go inside to Con, backing down Pinot. Hands by Pizzocchi. That's Pinot's second foul. A nice offensive set by the Spectres there, and the Tigers want to talk it over.
So it's just a 1 point margin. Almost halfway through the second period here at the Graveyard.
Big difference in the game. Nunawading still just 21 field goal attempts. The Tigers at 34 already.
But they're shooting just 32% from the field. Haven't been able to consistently find the bottom of the net. And it's just nearly through sheer persistence.
Yep.
Sticking with it. The offensive rebounds, what are we up to? 12-2 advantage.
12-2 offensive boards. Nunawading need to curb that.
Nunawading shooting at a far better clip, 48% from the field. 3 of 7 from downtown. Van Ryn, I believe, has hit a couple.
Couple of threes from Van Ryn. If he makes the criteria, I think he'd probably lead the league in three-point percentage.
Certainly the Tigers have had some valuable contributions off the bench as well, and they still haven't been able to have Pizzoglu get going offensively at just a couple of baskets.
And as we come back into play, Renopoulos will be going to the line for two. Gets the second one to go. Same Pino with the little baby hook there off the nice drop off from Wells.
That was just good spacing and movement by the Tigers, getting a very good shot early in their offense.
Air pulls up for the mid-range. Con holds his position and too strong on the putback. Con and Sutala just getting a little bit muddled up there on whose defensive assignment was, and then it was all open for Pino to put the 2 in.
Well, as soon as Con had to come across and help, that was all over.
Good hands by Wells there, strips it off McDonald. Yeah, great defense, takes the charge on Bynes. Great decision not to bite.
Well, there's ability to get up the court and get his feet set outside that circle.
Saves a certain 2 against the run of play there.
And certainly the Tigers had all the numbers. Spectres wanted a substitution, but the call came way too late. Con throws a hospital
Kicks
pass.
it to McDonald in the corner. And he drains another 3. Good recognition there by Air. High quality game here at the Graveyard.
So Spectres now back up by 2.
Lovely shot by Wells to respond.
Just like that, the scores are tied up again. A lot of contact went on call, blocked by Pinot.
Chronopoulos. And Chronopoulos gets upstairs. I called it as he got there.
Well, we just had bookends there, blocks at both ends.
One 6'10", one 6' nothing. Sorry, Costas. 6'1". 6'1".
Great defensive plays by both teams. So now McDonald in for his first minutes this afternoon.
Con changes that shot. Gets a fingertip on it. Chronopoulos tries splitting the knee. Not there. That was not there on that occasion. McDonald strips it off him. McDonald looks at that one. No good. The other McDonald goes for another 3. This one will be short. Doesn't get the scraps. Pizoglu out in front.
Tigers players were calling for an unsportsmanlike, but the referees didn't have any of that. So we see a timeout called. Scores tied. 33 apiece. With under 3 minutes to play in the first half.
An entertaining first half here.
Well, in this period, the Spectres have done a better job of taking away the offensive rebounds. It's still 12.
12-3.
And 3 to the Spectres now. And the Tigers have been sitting on 12 for a little while. And that's certainly where they were staying in touch early. But the Tigers have shown in this game they've got quite a bit of depth to go to off the bench. And the luxury of bringing someone now like McDonald off the bench. But pretty much everyone that's come off the bench has provided some value. And if you just joined us recently, if you're wondering why there's no Andrew Steele or Tom Wright, they're off on national duties at the 3-on-3 World Cup. As is the coach Dave Bewer as well. So Duncan Berg's in charge today.
I will be excited when Nunawading get a full roster together. It will happen once this season, I'm sure.
There's no Lucas Walker because apparently he's on holidays in the United States.
A pre-booked holiday before it was before he was brought into the roster.
So the Tigers now have a chance to retake the lead.
This will go up.
And in.
Pizoglu with just his third and fourth points of the night.
And to me, that's what makes this even more impressive for the Tigers is...
Strong rebound by Con. Goes back from McDonald to Con. And makes the 2 here.
I was just about to say, what makes it even more impressive from my point of view is the fact that we've got a tied ball game and Melbourne's been able to keep it there. It's because this man hasn't scored much.
And we've got an offensive foul. Great defense by John Cook. Picks up Pizoglu's second personal. I think on the defensive end, the Tigers, Wells is going down to double on Simon Con when it's fed into low post, but he's kind of half hedging his bets. He doesn't want to let McDonald. You got to go one way or the other. Either trust your big man, and if Con hurts you for 25 or 30, so be it. But the way McDonald's shooting the 3 tonight.
Well, Simon Con will generally get around 20 points a game, so you kind of come in knowing that Con's going to get 20 and
McDonald with a little float. The thing you can do, not to cast aspersions, but like John Cook, he's not the most offensive threat that Nunawading's got. So if you rotate around on that and take it, if Cook's going to get you 4, 6, 8 points, you take that. You don't want to take Simon Con shooting at 60% from the field.
You see Pizoglu score again, so he's starting to get going.
Saunders, that looks good, and down. We had a beautiful angle on it from our commentary position up here, right behind it. Like kicking for goals that Eddie had.
We were right behind that, and that was a sweet shot. I think you make a good point, but this man looks like he's trying to take over Pizoglu.
Wells responds in kind.
Well, Hernopoulos took a step back off him.
McDonald putting the foot down. Just lost a handle a little bit on there. Feeds Hernopoulos inside. He'll get called for 3 seconds here. Oh, and somehow gets it. No right hand, but still gets it up and in.
Inside the final minute of the first half. 2-point ball game. Spectres leading. Oh, Wells is going to shoot.
Another O board. 10 left on the shot clock. McDonald again. Hernopoulos pulls it in. 20 seconds. Shot clock's off. And Nunawading extend their lead heading into the main break.
For mine, the Tigers need to get the ball in the hands of Pizoglu. And the fact that he didn't touch it is a big reason why.
And they've called an offensive foul on Con. That's a tough break for the Spectres there. Just a bit late on that one.
It's kind of a tired block, wasn't it, really? Didn't quite get there. And now the Tigers have got 6.1 seconds.
Plenty of time.
To tie it up or take the lead heading into the halftime break.
Plenty of time. And good hands by Nunawading. And good D to finish out the half there by Hernopoulos and McDonald. And as we enter the main break, Nunawading holding a slender lead, 42-40. We will see you back here in just under 10 minutes. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for what should be an exciting second half here at the Graveyard. Nunawading holding on to a slender 2-point lead, 42-40. Leading the scorers, Wells for Melbourne, leading all scorers with 11. Con and McDonald, both 10 each for Nunawading. But again, the offensive rebounds for Melbourne Tigers, 13-4 in their favour is the difference. They've had 45 field goal attempts in that first half compared to Nunawading's just 31. Safe to say it's lucky that Nunawading are shooting a good percentage just to stay in this game and be in front.
Oh, look, 100%. And, you know, full credit to Melbourne, though. That they've really made Nunawading work for everything at the moment. Nunawading just holding a 2-point lead as we head into the second half. And a lot of that comes down to the veterans, really. It's Con, McDonald, Chronopoulos have been getting the job done. They've had some cameos from Van Ryn, and Saunders has had his moments. But really, it's those three, and if those three keep firing.
John Cook getting the start of the second half in place of Dane Swatala. Wells has been pressuring McDonald a lot today, just taking him off his dribble. Chronopoulos goes strong, steps through, can't get it, needs that right hand. Should have been an easy step through right hand layup there, rather than a forced reverse left. Swatala comes off it, makes the two, and we're tied up again.
Kind of feels like the start of the game. Vitali hit the first bucket of the contest.
Again, Wells takes it off McDonald.
And the whole Melbourne bench are up and behind it. They've now got a 2-point lead.
McDonald getting a little stuck under the hoop. Chronopoulos with 5 on the shot clock, gets it up over the top, can't get it to go. Pino gets the boards. Pino with the nice left move and a little bit of a was in the key for quite a long time there.
Well, he pushed the spin cycle, didn't he? Dane Pino, and finishes strong. Kind of danger stations right now for
the
Spectres.
Yeah.
Pino continues to have his troubles at the free throw line. And he's going to get another one.
Get another chance at it. If I'm Coach Berg, I'm getting Swatala in pretty quickly. And he makes Nunawading pay by making the extra.
He's got the big grin on his face knowing he got a second chance opportunity there at the free throw line. They don't come along every day.
He's now got...
and gets the steal.
10 points and 9 boards, does Pino.
Zoglu off target.
Yeah, pushing the tempo and makes a tough basket. Lovely finish there by Ben Air. Nunawading needed those points. And another little hook by Pino.
Well, Pino really making himself felt here in the opening minutes of the second half.
Oh, strong by Cook, but draws a foul. Chronopoulos really needed to make that one. It was on his strong side.
He knows too. He's down on himself about missing that opportunity.
Nunawading are dribbling through a lot of traffic today. Well, there's 2 and 3 defenders around him at all times.
That's how he plays, though, isn't it?
Well, it's not just Chronopoulos. It's everyone. It's getting stuck in hands.
Good ball movement. Wells wide open from the corner.
See, again, that to me is a bit of a problem there because Con closed out on Wells in the corner. Didn't get there, but all it does is if he misses that, you had Air and McDonald trying to out-rebound Pino. I don't like it. I don't like it. Lovely floater from Air there, another 2. Nunawading need to stay in touch here.
Luxford took a hit in the guts. He's blowing heavily.
I don't actually even see Spatala on the bench.
Well,
Spatala must be injured.
Not a great sign for the Spectres.
No, Caspers and Van Ryn checking in. McDonald for 3 and another one. Long two.
Well, McDonald's had the fine shooting touch tonight. This afternoon, I keep saying today.
No, that's right.
Force of habit.
It's winter, it's getting dark. But no, the physio and Spatala both off the bench, must be in the rooms. That is not a good sign for Nunawading.
Wells trying to get back-to-back threes.
Con looking tired.
Pinot just back taps it.
Oh, big 3.
Michael Luxford hitting the big one from downtown. And the Tigers are up by 7. Steal.
Another steal. We'll throw it to Pinot on the... Oh, no, gives it to... Oh.
Pazoglu tried to get upstairs.
Chronopoulos went to challenge, but didn't come off.
Oh, the whole bench are up. They got their hands on their heads thinking, oh, my goodness.
Well, I think we were going to have a highlight reel there.
He certainly wasn't going to leave anyone wondering what he was going to try and do.
It's heading into dangerous territory here for the Spectres.
It is. It's 7 points with the Pazoglu at the free throw line. Chance to make it 9. We've got a lot of minutes left to play in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if Swatala is out injured, and Con is not the player that you want to be racking up big minutes.
No.
In this second half.
He's already played 22 of a possible 24 minutes in the game, but...
And certainly if you look at the front line of Melbourne, a lot younger legs in that lineup. So
interesting though, Pinot hasn't had a break yet either, so... But again, yeah, younger legs.
Well, I'm guessing there's at least 10 years age gap there, if not more, between Pinot and Con. But they've also got other guys like, you can throw Purchase back into the lineup as well. 6'10".
Good, yep.
Might not have the muscle that those other fellas do, but he can stretch any D. And 6'10" doesn't get any shorter as the game goes on either.
Still no sign of Spatala on the bench for Nunawading.
Zoglu misses his first. Wells leads all scorers. He's got 16 points. Been more than serviceable for the Tigers this afternoon. Especially given Pazoglu, the leading scorer for them. He's only got 7 points.
Oh, and again, a forced pass.
A tied pass by Con. And that's a veteran foul by Caspers. Let's check back into the game. It's just his first foul. No one really in foul trouble for either team. Oh, lovely 1-2 play there. Pazoglu to Pinot.
And the Melbourne crowd are up and about, especially the guys right behind their bench. They enjoyed that one.
You don't see that often. Pinot going upstairs for the alley-oop.
Van Ryn from 3 again. Can't get that one.
That would have hurt. 10-point lead to the Tigers.
Con for 3. And it goes.
Well, if he only has to run to the 3-point line, he might be able to save his legs a little bit.
Guard Pinot at the elbow up there, run to the 3 and drain it.
Simon Con now, the leading scorer The Spectres with 13.
That's better defensive effort by the Spectres. McDonald getting caught again.
So
Lucky there.
The veterans, McDonald and Con, both 13 apiece.
Van Ryan will pop that one. That'll be good. Another one for Van Ryan.
Well, Van Ryan's not going to hit 2 wide open 3-pointers in a row.
He's now up to 11 points on 80% shooting.
Well, his previous shot was from pretty much the same spot. He was left wide open and hit the back of the rim. This time, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Kozoglu goes to work on Con. Luxford. Nunawading's defense has just gone up a notch here. A little bit of excitement off the offensive end flowing on. They're boxing out harder now. McDonald drops it off. Well read by Wells. And the Tigers want to talk this one through. But Nunawading have closed that 10-point gap to 4. 3 minutes 40 to play here in the third quarter.
And it's the right time to call a timeout because the momentum, all of a sudden, you know, you're thinking alley-oop helped spark the team. Well, it's gone the other way. It sort of sparked the Spectres in action.
Yeah.
And they've gone on a mini run of their own to close it back to within 4.
And again, the offensive boards, while they haven't gotten their own, the Spectres, they've stopped Melbourne getting theirs. Just 14 still, and they were 14 5 or 6 minutes ago. So,
yeah, they've certainly stopped the big leak of offensive boards.
yeah.
It's no longer really a problem for the Spectres.
Nunawading shooting 54% from the 3, 7 of 13. So Melbourne's just 24% on 5 of 21. So Melbourne not afraid to throw the 3 up, but not with as much success as Nunawading at this point.
No, Nunawading is shooting 50% from the field overall, and they've shot 48% most of the game. But Melbourne's shooting has gone up a level as well. They're now up to 41% from the field, and that early offensive rebounding that we were talking about before, they were only shooting like 30% from the field early on, so it was the one thing keeping them in their game. But now they've upped the ante, and really the whole game's upped its ante. The quality of this contest and the shooting's just gone through the roof.
Nunawading give it inside to Con. Pinot with the long arms. They pinch it off. Con not happy. And Hickey with the follow-up. Nunawading really needed a score on that one.
Well, Con might have been asking for a foul, but
Van Ryan again. Rebound by Caspers.
Had it tapped out of his hands.
Wells has some pace, drops it to Pinot for the lovely finish. He has got some wheels, Wells.
He does, but Pinot gets rewarded for running the floor.
Yeah, makes the 3 in Hickey's face. That's what Pinot needs to do for Con. Expose his shuffle and get him up and down the floor as much as possible. Without Swatala, Nunawading are going to have to use all their timeouts to save his energy. See if we can get him through to three-quarter time for a breather. Still Kozoglu with just the 7 points. Yeah, working hard with Hickey. Good hands there by Caspers to reach in the back. McDonald pushing through, splits the D, and gets the foul.
Well, how did McDonald get through that traffic?
It's the old McDonald push, just throw it out in front, jump over the feet, and get through.
The Tigers really didn't need him to get through there. They had the opportunity, but, you go back to that Air 3. If Air doesn't hit that 3, Spectres are in big trouble.
Big trouble. Just keeping in touch now. McDonald with a chance to bring this back to 3. Gets the first. Gets taken off the rim of the second one.
Nice play by Kozoglu.
Yeah, good heads-up play there.
Managing to get the ball off the rim.
It's I like the rule. I mean, the NBA play, if it's over the cylinder, you can't. But what it does mean is teams have to have their offensive rebounders down there. Otherwise, it's just an easy tap-off. Well, every point matters.
Well, that's why in international competition, FIBA allow it.
McDonald drives and gets the layup over the top, wants the arm foul as well. Doesn't get the call, but Nunawading just 2 points in arrears now.
How's that? Just like that, it's a 2-point ball game. It's just a few minutes ago, it was 10-point margin to the Tigers.
Nunawading on a 12-4 run.
And Pinot loses the handle, so now the Spectres have a chance to tie it up or even take the lead.
Oh, McDonald with the sell. Van Ryan out of court.
We're seeing some substitutions for the Tigers.
Zoglu and Wells having a breather. I reckon for this minute, this might be Nunawading's chance here to try and get a couple of cheeky points.
So Luxford, Purchase and Bynes all checking in for Tigers.
Hickey for three. Casper's getting up top, but they're going to ping him. Oh, no, they're pinging Saunders on a hold.
Saunders, I'm pretty sure he had his hand on Purchase's shoulder, keeping him from jumping. If you had the instant replay there, I'm pretty sure.
Soon.
Pretty sure you'd see that the hand was on the shoulder, holding him down.
And King Keller coming in to give Pino a rest just for the last minute of this quarter.
Well-deserved rest too, mind you. Pinot leads everyone with 18 points. He's got 13 rebounds. He's almost got his season average there already. And we've still got a period to play.
10 minutes to play, yep. And good foul there by Saunders. Can't get either of them to go Purchase. Minute to play here in the third.
2-point ball game. Similar position. Spectres a chance to
go inside to Con. He steps back on Kinkella. Can't get the roll. Good hands by Van Ryan. McDonald now leading all scorers for Nunawading with 16 at 75% from the field. Having a good game.
So with the Spectres over the limit, it's King Keller heading to the line. He's opened his account.
And a very fashionable mustache on the man.
You thinking of growing one?
I've started trying Movember very early this year. Truth be told, I started last year, but don't tell anyone that. Caspers with the tap again. Quick hands by Luxford, but Nunawading ball with 29 seconds.
Full court pressure by the Tigers. So about 7-second differential between shot and game clock.
Doubling down on Con, he turns. Gets the roll this time. Nunawading close the gap to one with 10 seconds on the clock. Melbourne will hold for the last. A lot of talk happening on court. Hickey looked at it. Good D there by Saunders. It'll be short. Good D by the Spectres there as they close out a strong third quarter. Down by as much as 10, 58-48, and then go on a 14-5 run to close it out. Much needed by the Spectres.
Oh, needless to say, that was much needed. And you know, full credit. This is a veteran team. Yes, they've added some young pieces, but really, Con, McDonald, getting it done. You've had Hronopoulos, but then when you throw in a guy like Van Ryan, able to hit a couple, you get some plays like Ayers, three-pointer from the corner. They just hang tough. They didn't go away and kept their heads, and we've got a ball game on our hands.
Nunawading now shooting 50% in or more in every category. 51% overall, 52% from the 2-point, 50% from three, and 80% from the line. That's the only reason they're in this game.
Oh, 100%. And you know, the shots they're getting are good shots, and it's just that in pretty much most of the other statistical categories, it's been Melbourne that's been able to lead it, whether it's rebounding, the steals.
Yep.
You know, if you look at the steals, 12 steals to the Tigers.
14 turnovers to Nunawading to 5 of the Tigers. It tells the story.
I was going to say, full credit to the Tigers. You know, Wells has been phenomenal. He's been a spark plug, hasn't he, for the Tigers, really keeping it going. He's got 16 points. Pinot, well, he's pretty much just doing what Dane Pinot does.
That's what he does.
Muscle his way inside. But it's been some of the other guys getting it done. Vitala's been solid. And they're getting it done without Pozoglu.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest thing right now. It's all these other players have been able to lift. So for the Tigers, if they can get Pozoglu going, they've got a real good chance to come away with a victory here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the 7 points for Pozoglu.
And again, if there was ever a time to get Nunawading at the graveyard, it's when they're missing both Tom Wright and Andrew Steele and also Lucas Walker on the same day.
Absolutely.
So for Melbourne, this is the kind of, you know, a dream opportunity here to get them away on the road.
Yeah, this is where you want the cheeky win. So this will put the Tigers tied for second if they come away with the victory here tonight.
And head-to-head over the Spectres.
And over the Spectres, yep. Head-to-head crucial at the end of the season in such a close competition.
Oh, isn't it a close season, the NBL1? It's just been fantastic. Very little separating, you know, really. You saw last round, you know, Frankston took down Ballarat, who'd only had one loss for the season.
And impressively. Yeah, it wasn't like Ballarat were missing half of their starters or anything like that. Like they had a strong roster.
Well, Frankston didn't have Dan Trist either.
Yep.
So, you know,
good hands again by Caspers. He's done that a couple of times so far. Bit of pressure up the floor by Bynes, but he runs away.
So we've got a ball game on our hand here at the graveyard. 1 point in it.
Feeding inside to Con. Gets Pinot off the ground. They're feeding it into a double team, triple team, but he somehow manages to sell the candy and then comes away with a nice easy layup. And Nunawading are back in front.
Well, Pinot was quite rightly disappointed in himself for getting off the floor.
For someone that's going to Vanuatu, have you got Penang on your mind? Have you?
I've got holidays on my mind, but that's a nice play there by the young fella.
McDonald gives it to Caspers on the wing. Can't get it to drop.
Hickey.
Purchase going in transition, just spots up and gets it to drop. That is a lovely transition three. No hesitation by the big man. Well,
again, if you haven't read the scout, if he is open beyond the three-point arc, it is going up. And he was definitely wide open there.
Saunders can't get the two. Oh, we've got a foul call from a long way away here.
So Purchase with 2 straight buckets, including that big transition triple. Let's put the Tigers ahead by 4 again. And look, if you're a Spectres supporter, you probably still, as much as he's played big minutes, you still want to feed the Simon Conn.
He'll find a way. Van Ryan working hard on Pinot.
Doubled.
And Pinot, nice little spin move in the left hand.
Well, that was just a smart play by Pinot. He spun away from the double team.
Yeah, and just too tall on Van Ryan. Hands again by Luxford. McDonald has been had hands over him all day.
That's just a good matchup. Oh, he's lost the handle. Thought he could get it to Con, but Con was well covered.
Hickey from the corner. Saunders with a good rebound over Purchase. Outlets to Caspers. Again, the double team by the Tigers comes. Van Ryan kicks it to Saunders, who pulls the trigger. No good there. Again, Caspers with a nice little tip-off. And well read by Pinot.
That was a tied pass.
Melbourne Tigers just being told to jump back over the line and sit down.
Well, they weren't happy with that call.
McDonald was well and truly there, calling for the flop, but I think the speed with which Pino was going, that would knock most people over. But a heads-up defensive play by McDonald. Could have been out to an 8 or 9 point lead again for the Tigers. As it is, it stays at 6. Nunawading with a chance to cut that margin. Gives it to Van Ryan in the corner. Can he go again? This one's long. And Caspers picks up another cheap one.
And he didn't need to do that.
Didn't need to do that
He
at all.
had first crack, he had second crack,
Yep.
he had third crack. And I get that he wants to put him under pressure. Maybe he thought he had a chance, but that's not the kind of foul you want to be giving in this situation.
All it's going to do is put the Spectres closer to the bonus.
So I doubt we'll see Caspers back this evening anyway now.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. Purchase for 3. Again, another offensive board. Hickey, good block there. Gets the rebound. And outlet pass. Lucky on Nunawading's behalf there. Con just threw it out to Saunders, who wasn't ready for it.
Con had a rush of blood.
Mm.
Probably thinking back to his youth. But I like this. They're gone. Con one out.
And makes the basket.
And that's what they're going to have to do.
You have to do.
They've got to keep going to that. That's your bread and butter.
For so many years when the game's on the line, McDonald, Con, 1-2 game. And it's worked. Nice drop off by Wells again.
Now,
got to be a better job of rotating D there on Cook.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. Cook just never committed to coming across and closing that out. Needed to. Yeah. That's where the threat was. And that really cost the Spectres on that possession.
Again, see Purchase coming across, makes Con pass it off. Saunders gets the 2 this time. They're just staying in touch here. 6 minutes to play. Nunawading trailing by 4.
But you've noticed the ball goes through Simon Con's hands. Something good is generally happening every time.
Well, it makes the defence react. They are doubling. Purchase comes across. It creates freedom for another player. Luxford from deep.
Long.
That's one well long. McDonald throws it ahead to Saunders. Catches.
What a play.
Blocks it into the backboard. Blocks it into the backboard.
What a play by Pinot.
Up fake from Purchase.
Oh, that hurts.
That hurts Nunawading big time. That hurts Nunawading. That's a 5-point turnaround.
And it's the young guns of, the young sons of guns.
Sons of guns and future guns, no doubt.
Pinot and Purchase.
Donald kicks it to Con for 3. Con can't get that one.
That was rebound number 15 to Pinot. He's got his season average.
Well, the physio's back out on the bench for Nunawading, but no Swatala, so something must be seriously wrong.
So a timeout's been called. And I think the Spectres are going to want to behave themselves because they've just been warned, I think.
I think
and the referee was flirting with his whistle.
He was. I don't think he was too happy at being told he missed a call. I think it was they were worrying about the goaltend on the fast break of Saunders. But from up here, it looked all right.
I think it did. But we've got a 7-point lead to the Tigers with 5 minutes to play in this Sunday afternoon game.
Just a big momentum swing, that play. That makes it a 72-70 game, and instead Purchase comes down and drains another 3. And he's got 15 points now. Pino up to 22 and 15 on 77% shooting. Having a field day out here against Nunawading.
Well, Purchase has got his 15 points in just under 13 minutes.
Yep.
Certainly been an offensive threat.
Yep. And look, he's taken over from where Pizzoglu normally chimes in, so... And Pizzoglu's recognised that.
Oh, no, he's been playing smart, playing within himself and not trying to force it
No.
when it's not working for you, and the Tigers have been better for it. Very smart game, and again, yes, there's no Swastala in this second half. There's been obviously no Lucas Walker, who's out tonight, and no Steele and no Warwick. And if there was ever a time to catch Nunawading on the road, it's today.
But what does bode well is you get those guys back for Nunawading. This game happens again in the playoffs. It's a tough game. It's a great finals matchup.
Oh, and exactly right. But there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time.
And this has been Dane Pinot's problem this afternoon. It's his free throw shooting.
I noticed that he shoots the ball and he turns his hand to the right as it releases. Never going to be able to shoot it straight at that technique. The setup's all good. McDonald again. Wells putting him under a lot of pressure.
He's done a great job, Wells.
The setup's good on his free throw, but yeah, just at the last minute, the fingers flick outwards. Costas Renopoulos drives and gets the and one. Strong move. That's what Nunawading needed.
Oh, that's a big bucket by Renopoulos. He was only ever going to go left and finishes through traffic, and it sort of just opened up and the Tigers let him go through. So big free throw here for Renopoulos to convert the three-point play.
And we're back to a 4-point margin. 4 minutes 40 to play here. Purchase again for three, and again makes it good.
He's on fire, isn't he?
He'll be starting next game. There's no way you're bringing him off the bench. You have Pinot at the 5, Purchase at the 4, Kazoglu at the 3. That is a good roster. Van Ryn tried dropping it off. Pretty sure everyone in the stadium saw that one, but
well, everyone except the
not
men
the people who count.
Black and white.
Another one to get it on the arrow.
Bit of luck.
Renopoulos again. Again, tries dribbling through too many. Gets knocked off it.
Shot clock's down to 5.
McDonald with the floater over the top. Doesn't hit.
And
Con will get the shots here. Bailed out by the Tigers. Yeah, what Purchase has been impressive today. 18 points on 64% from the field and probably what, 4 threes?
Yep, and he's only played 13 and a half minutes.
It's good output.
On now, 19 points.
Just need to stay in touch.
12 rebounds. He's been his normal self. Probably played more minutes than he would have liked.
The other thing to take out of this game is Nunawading still only 5 down and no Swatala for the whole second half. That has hurt Nunawading.
Oh, look, that's probably hurt them more than anything else this afternoon.
Yep.
This time Van Ryn's pinged for a hold, trying to stick with his player through the screen.
Tries throwing it up to Pinot, but doesn't quite get it. Not a bad idea.
Well, they knew what they were doing. The execution just wasn't there. Oh, they've left him open in the corner.
That'll be good. Back to a 3-point game here. 3 minutes 26 left in the fourth. And Van Ryn hits his 14th point. Good defense by Van Ryn, and Air cleans up. Nunawading with a chance to tie it up here.
Pinot was actually quite smart there rather than collapse.
Can they take the lead? Yes, they can! Nunawading 79-78. 3 to play.
Back-to-back triples by the youngsters. Van Ryn and now Air, that's big.
Can Nunawading get another stop here? Pizoglu, it's his time. Van Ryn with the good D. Chronomeropoulos. Pull it out, settle down. McDonald, old head.
Just under 2.5 minutes to play now.
Pino picks up his 5th. He's out of the game.
Well,
That's a silly foul.
Well, he gambled. He thought he was going to pick his pocket.
And the door opens for Nunawading.
We talk about gambling. Sometimes it pays off, but it's on the rarity it does. And this time it does not.
Well, he's had a good game, but it falls on Purchase now. He's the big man in the middle for them. As the Nunawading crowd come alive here at the graveyard, they're sensing blood in the water.
Well, it's been a big final term. And it's been, first it was Con, now Van Ryn and Air coming up with some big shots of their own. Earlier it was Purchase hitting some big shots as well. The youthful stars of both teams. But, we talk about Melbourne. They haven't had a lot from Pizoglu.
No.
And on that last foray, he threw it away.
Yep, just still the 7 points for Pizoglu tonight, so.
Certainly well under his season average of almost 22 points a game. Being one of the most exciting players in the league this season. And, for the Spectres, they've managed to hang on. Now they've taken the lead at the business end of the game. Simon Con, he just hasn't checked out. He's still playing the minutes.
Going. He's played 36 and a half minutes for 20 and 12.
And he's going to have some intensive physiotherapy and rehabilitation this week.
But again, it's all just the shooting percentage for Nunawading. Still shooting 50% from the field. They go inside to Con. On Pizoglu, high
He's just
differential.
going to shoot over the top.
And doesn't get the friendly roll. In and out, saw every part of the rim, but couldn't get the drop. That's a big one. If Nunawading could have taken the 3-point lead there.
Well, you've got to go to that again next time. He's got the height advantage on Pizoglu.
Tough match up for Chronomeropoulos now, and Pizoglu can't get it to go over the outstretched arm. Nunawading needing a big score here. 13
rebounds now to Simon Con. He's got 20 points.
I'm actually going to put it on Wells' shoulder. Wells has been good for me tonight. I like him. Kicks it to Air. Swings it. Oh, I probably should have given it to Van Ryn. The hot hand. He got 7 on the shot. Van Ryn from deep. Up fakes. Goes to the rim. Drops it to Con. Gets the 2. Lovely drive by Van Ryn. And the 2. That's what Nunawading needed. Minute 37 to play. Nunawading up 81-78.
What a play by Van Ryn.
Wells here. Can he take Van Ryn? Probably got the speed. Van Ryn doesn't want to overcommit. Good D, help by Chronomeropoulos. And they can't get the 2. Con with another rebound. That's his 14th board. Well, Nunawading will run their 24.
Back-to-back misses. Pizoglu had a great opportunity on the previous position. Vitala had an even better one there. And they both missed them. And now the Spectres have a chance to put a bit of breathing space between them.
6 on the shot. Nunawading got to do something. Con pulls up. That is no good.
So a 3-point game inside the final minute.
Luxford beats the on-ball, drops it to Pizoglu. Foul. Good foul there by Nunawading. Don't give up the and one.
Oh, it was a lovely play there by the Tigers, setting up Pizoglu nicely. The foul preventing him from scoring. It just didn't drop.
Nunawading a little stagnant on that offensive play. Needed to get movement happening. Left it too late in the shot clock.
Not sure how much more movement Simon Con's got in those legs this afternoon. But there's only 48 seconds to play.
First one's good for Pizoglu. Cuts the margin to 2.
So the Spectres now need to get this rebound if he misses. Last thing you want to do is give up an offensive rebound. So both are in.
Pressure up the floor by the Tigers.
I like this.
Run some time off. Gives it to Air. Oh, very lucky there.
Now the Spectres just need to get through their offensive set.
Eight on the shot. McDonald going one-on-one on Purchase. The step back over the outstretched arm. That's going to be short. Chronomeropoulos keeps fighting. Don't want to give up a foul. Last shot. Last shot to the Tigers. We're 1 point down. 81-80. Shot clock's off. Purchase with the deep three. That's way off the mark. Air picks up the loose ball rebound. Can't get the foul. Hickey takes it. No call by the refs. Defense by Van Ryn. Good D. Loose ball. 3, 2. And Nunawading pick up the foul with 1.5 seconds on the clock.
Oh my, that just
Wow.
did everything.
Woo. And we've got an unsportsmanlike foul on the Tigers.
Yeah, it's been called unsportsmanlike because he basically just grabbed him
Just
around the
grabbed
back.
him.
You're not allowed to do that
I don't
anymore.
like that rule. I don't like it.
See, I don't either. There was,
Professional foul. What else are they going to do in this situation?
and that's the one thing I hate about that interpretation of
Yep.
how it's now called.
Yeah.
No play at the ball
Yeah.
kind of scenario,
No.
and it's unsportsmanlike. So it's the correct call based on the rules.
Absolutely.
But in the spirit of how the game is played, there was no malice. There's no. It wasn't hard.
No.
It wasn't anything. It was a foul to stop
exactly.
the clock in the nature of the game. So yes, it's been called correctly. There's
Yep.
no malice here about the referees. It's more around how
Yep.
how the rule is applied and how
I
it's
mean,
interpreted.
cricket talks about the spirit of the game, and I think there's got to be some concept of that brought in here.
And of course, Australians have only just adopted the FIBA rule here. So this is the international rule
Correct,
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Of course, in the NBA, it's called differently.
Yeah.
And we watch that on their TVs, on our
Yep.
computers at home, and that's what we're sort of conditioned to. But that is the correct call. So we're not saying anything about the officials here. But
No, they've called it correctly.
so what it boils down to, though, it's an 81-80 lead to the Spectres with 1.5 seconds to go. They're going to shoot 2 at the other end and have possession.
And have possession. So, barring a catastrophe, they should sneak the win.
And of course, in that last play there, we saw Jack Purchase pull the trigger on a long 3 early to give them potentially a second chance opportunity. Spectres pulled it down only to turn the ball over
Yep.
again. And then Hickey missed his acrobatic play.
Great D by Van Ryn on it, though. Played straight up D. Body was good. Just closed it off, and then, very, very happy with Van Ryn's game today.
And to be fair, we're very critical on the referees a lot of the time. They called that last play really well.
They did,
the referees.
absolutely, yep.
So credit where credit's due. Now Hieronypolis, a chance to all but seal the game.
Surely the foul was on Con. Oh, the door opens. The door opens.
So it's just a 1 point lead, 1.5
Nunawading-
seconds.
Nunawading just need to get the ball in here and hold. And it's into Con, and it's up in the air, and it's done, and Nunawading somehow. Oh, and the full court from Purchase was closer than his three-point attempt, but no luck. Nunawading somehow take that out of the bag and run out 81-80 winners and put a 2-game break on 4th on the ladder. But a great game all round here at the Graveyard.
It was a
High
great game
level.
all round, and that is a huge escape. And in the greater scheme of things, that is a massive victory
Absolutely.
for Nunawading. Not only are they missing Andrew Steele and Tom Wright, 2 of the most influential and key players on the team, they're missing Lucas Walker as well, who you can't argue is one of the best forwards in the league.
And then Swatala doesn't return for the
Swatala
second
didn't
half.
play the whole second half. They withstood what Melbourne threw at them. They led by 10 at one stage in the second half. To come back and steal that by a point, and we're talking Melbourne, who are 4th on the ladder, to come away with that victory, consolidate second position on the table for Nunawading, and gets the head-to-head on Melbourne, should it be necessary come calculations of finals time.
Huge win for the Spectres. Huge
Massive win.
Huge
And
win for
they
the
were led
Spectres.
by the evergreen Simon Conn, 22 points, 14 rebounds. He also had an assist to throw in there. 16 points, Simon McDonald, who also, Simon McDonald, Shane McDonald, 16 points. He threw out 5 assists as well. Van Ryn had 14 points off the bench. 22 points and 15 rebounds to Dane Pinot. 18 points to Jack Purchase. Jack Purchase had a sensational second half. And Pizzoglu, how many points did he finish with?
Just with the 9 tonight.
9
So
points, failed to hit double digits.
just 27% from the field. Nunawading will be wrapped with how they defended him tonight. Took him out of his comfort zone.
But well, 16 points and 3 assists for the Tigers. What a game we had here at the Graveyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for us here at the Graveyard. Our next home game is Sunday next week against the... I don't know who we're against next week. That's shocking. Terrible. We're against someone. We'll see you here 12:30 next Sunday at the Graveyard. That's all for us. Signing out.